to kick off for Pittsburgh.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Mike 46, Mike 46. All day, every
Now Dogala.
That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
He's not going to give me 60 Switch.
Here's Dogala.
And he whips that one incomplete there. That time trying to find Gerald Everett, and it's 3rd and 5.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing is Dogala.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Back at the 40-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Back to throw here. Finding room to the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Amari Cooper, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score. Ravens 7. Steelers nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
A collegiate star in nearby Maryland. This is Anthony McFarland.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle.
2nd and 9.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
52, block 52, 52. 52's the light. Watch left.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. That's taken it around the 40. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 48-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in And now a fumble. The ball's It's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
Check 26, check 26. Watch the eye. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. Quickly completed to the right flat. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Out of bounds at the 30-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
He don't want it. Shift. Watch the shift.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On the RPO, that's complete right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure to just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Ravens 14. Steelers nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll begin by running the option. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Back through the mic.
From the gun, Jackson looking deep here for Ebron. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 32-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
46 to Mike, 46.
And they run the option on 2nd down. A quick throw complete into the flat out left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Steelers, nothing.
Ready? Cowboy 80. Let's go. Check smash. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Check.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
At the 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Watch out. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Dragon 60. 46 to Mike, 46. Exit, exit. 46, boys, 46. 46 to Mike. Let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. Gerald Everett is tight end, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Vincent Smith hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Hey, tighten down. There you go. Hey, Mike 52.
Now Jackson on 1st down. He gets it left side to Johnson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Steeler first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down. Jackson now. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And this one complete to Gafford. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. From the gun, this will be McFarland. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Jackson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. And it's 3rd and 5.
And 5 yards to go.
From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And Boswell's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The open man is Smith. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Dallas. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
47-yard line.
Mike 46. Mike 46. Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Take it, and all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He sets to fire deep. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Jackson's pass intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Second and 9 now from the 21.
Push him back. Push him back.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They begin the drive with McFarland, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Jackson. That's into the hands of Gafford, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
46, boys, 46.
They'll run here with Raymond Calais. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try the draw here with Dobbins. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. He'll find his running back out of the backfield, Raymond Calais. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use momentum to launch another one.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
2nd and 10 at the Ravens 16-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Chase Claypool with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit.
After allowing that last score, the defense knows they've got to tighten things up. Otherwise, they'll let them right back into the game.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-10.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Now Dogala. They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll find Everett there, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Trap 60,
Throwing is Dogala.
Smith catches left side. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
On 1st down, they'll start with McFarland.
And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They go play action now. Jackson steps away to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Made by Kevin King. It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he connects with Ebron. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Jackson on first down. That's complete. It's Anthony McFarland. The first down screen pass, good for 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Jackson, he's going to keep it himself. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
And it's third down.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Chase Claypool, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to... The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Steelers.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we could make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
On first down, McFarland. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Again, McFarland. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 15-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Levante David in on the tackle.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
On the ready. 52 by 52. You got blocked, man. You got blocked, man.
That's out to the left and complete. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
5 brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. This thrown quickly out to Cooper. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Check 43.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field. I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a 5-yard gain gets them to the 42. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to...
And that's caught inside the 30. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. And he's got it up and through.
That ties the game 24-24. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
46 to Mike, 46. Ricky.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Dolgala. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And it's intercepted at the goal line. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Taken in the end zone. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. First throw in overtime now for Jackson. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a first down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up. But in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. And that's going to be incomplete. So third down coming up. And, Charles, I guess the question for me, where does four down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you've got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. From the gun, Jackson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. Here's Matt Bosher now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
That part 1 is done, now part 2. A quick throw complete into the flat out left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Letting one fly deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's go.
An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Brings up 3rd and 7.
46, boys, 46.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call. But when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. They said their goal was to win 7 games. They've done that pretty early in the year.
I think it's time for them to elevate that number and really make a big push to finish this season strong.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.